Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is March the 10th, 2023, and today the topic is stay humble. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody, and happy new season of the juice. That's right. For those of you all that listened yesterday, you know that we are now embarking on season 10. This is technically episode 1 of the Juice, your daily dose of inspiration. To God be the glory for all things, y'all. Uh, as I share this testimony, this really truly means so much to me because it's a testament of what God can do when you allow Him to lead your life, man. Yeah, yeah. Anywho, I hope that you all had a great day yesterday. Mine was just fine. I worked at the church yesterday, and then afterwards I came on home, and NJ had his class. Um, some point in between of working and coming back, I took a brief nap. NJ did too. um, I think all of us was napping. um, And then yeah, got up to do his class and whatnot. I noticed that when he's tired, he pays attention more in class. So I think we need to make sure he takes naps before class. uh, but yeah, so that's one thing. I got some pretty good news yesterday as well. Um, my husband and I was pretty much kind of chit-chatting about some moves that we're gonna make, and he's gonna entrust me to make some moves. And to God be the glory. I'm excited. I'm excited about the opportunity and potential and things like that. And with that being said, I guess I don't know, y'all be on the lookout because I feel like your girl's about to embark on some more beautiful and wonderful, miraculous things. I'm trying my best, like I said, to be a good steward overall that the Lord blesses me with, and so. Yeah, I mean, I came up with a general plan based on what I was understanding um, and everything like that. And my husband seemed to confirm. I talked to my financial advisor, aka my co-star. I got to get his information for his business, but y'all know the co-star of the movie, the cast. Well, I told y'all that one, he's a good friend of mine, Mr. Kelvin Carter. But two, yeah, he has a business where, I guess he's doing some coaching, and I know at least for me, he's become a financial advisor. But I know that his business will be embarking on a lot of different things as well. So I'm gonna try my best to get his information so I can share that when I talk about him or whatever. But yeah, I ran over the plan and idea with him as well, and with the exception of kind of getting me to mentally scale back on one area. Outside of that, he seemed to think that my general idea and plan is good overall. So I'm like, well, hey, to God be the glory, wisdom in this season, yeah, so we're gonna see what the Lord do. We're gonna see what the Lord do. I'm excited to say the least, but um yeah, like I said, we're going to see what the Lord do. So I mean, ultimately I believe that is part of the inspiration this morning. I mean, I listened to the prayer meditation. I think my mind was a little bit all over the place, to be honest, because yeah, these ideas and things was swirling through my mind this morning. But I was sort of led to do something or humble myself. I put it like that. I was led to kind of humble myself and seek some advice, seek some counsel. And and so I did. I went on ahead and did what I felt like the Lord was asking me to do, which was to email somebody. And I guess in that moment, I hope of obedience, right? I guess the Lord reminded me to humble myself or to stay humble. And so that's what I ended up, looking up verses sent around this morning. And obviously they resonated because here I am chit-chatting with you about it now. Stay humble, friend. Stay humble. I noticed lately people have really been out, they call it like gassing me up. Like last week I told y'all, a friend of mine had so many positive and wonderful things to say. Yesterday I had a conversation. First of all, can we just give it up for the Lord? Unexpected streams of income coming out of random places these days. And I guess I did a little bit of consulting yesterday, and that individual had, wonderful things to say. Another individual I talked to yesterday as well. I'm trying to share some good news or whatever, and next thing I know, I'm being showered with, so many wonderful, I guess, compliments and things like that. And at the end of the day, it's a beautiful thing to be acknowledged, right? And for people to see something in you, that encourages them and inspires them, as well as, brings some worth and value to, what God is doing with me, for me, and through me, right? But even in those moments, and I appreciate them, but I'm working on getting better at just receiving it, so I'm working on just saying thank you and things like that. But even with that, I still have to give all glory and honor to the Lord, because at the end of the day, it's what He did in my life, right? What He's doing, what makes me be who I am, the way I am, and all those different things. And so, even as people lift me up, right? Even as, I guess, the Lord lifts me up in this season, I'm reminded to stay humble, right? I'm reminded to stay humble. I feel like there was something else I was going to share with you all, but maybe I'll share later if it comes back into my heart and mind. But yeah, let's get into this chat, y'all, to stay humble. So one of the first verses that I came across this morning was Matthew 23:12. It says, whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humble himself will be exalted. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is another reason why I try my best to remember where the blessings come from, right? Remember how I got to the place I'm at and all these different things. Like, it's great, again, the acknowledgement and whatnot. For me, it's encouraging and inspiring that other people are able to glean, I guess, off of what, again, the Lord is doing with me, for me, and through me. So that's a blessing to me. For me, it's confirmation. For me, it's like the journey was not in vain, right? The work is not in vain, and all those different things. But at the same time, again, like, I can't do anything but point to the Lord. I can't do anything but say, hey, at the end of the day, all glory and honor belongs to Him, because, I'm just regular, just like Dana said to me when we had the conversation or whatever. I am just a regular person, just like each and every one of us. And yes, I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. I believe I'm unique. All the wonderful things that the Lord tells me about myself, right? But I do understand that I'm just one of many that He has created, and all of us are unique, and all of us are beautifully and wonderfully made, and all of us are, the miracles in my summer voice. Shout out to Miss Summer Kai. And so, yeah, at the end of the day, I guess if you're struggling in that area, right, you're struggling to see the little miracles in your life, then, I mean, hey, look in the mirror, friend. You might be the very miracle you're looking for, and everything like that. So, let's just stay humble, though, in spite of being as great as we are, right? Stay humble, and I guess always point back to our Creator. Romans 12:3, it says, for by the grace given to me, I say to everyone among you not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think with sober judgment, each according to the measure of faith that God has assigned. So, I mean, yeah, I guess this is, I feel like I embarked on a really good conversation yesterday in regards to, um, the whole love God, love others, and love yourself conversation. And again, I had to humble myself, right, to answer those questions and to not get defensive and to not get in my head about having a conversation, right? Again, even with this platform of GSL, it's supposed to be a safe space to talk. And so I have to be willing to talk to people that may not agree, right? I have to be willing to be in situations that I'm not necessarily comfortable with personally. I think I told y'all from the very beginning that I'm not a debater, but I guess the Lord showed me in a funny way that maybe he's made me a bit of a debater in some ways. Um, it may not be in the um apologetics way, right? It may not be in the way where it's like in defense of the faith or whatever the case is, even though it could still defend the faith, but it's not like, how can I say? I don't know. People, I guess, maybe look at it like judgmental way that Christians can talk and all these different type of things. It's just being willing to have conversations with people, regardless of what they believe, what they think, and all those different things, and then giving them the grace and mercy that I would want them to give me, and giving them the understanding to say, hey, at the end of the day, we can agree to disagree, and that's it. And so if people want to look at that as a debate, or if they want to look at that as a combative situation, then I mean, by all means, I guess people can look at things the way that they want to. But I guess I have to humble myself, right, to not exalt myself above what the Lord wants me to do and be, because again, it would have been me exalting myself above again what God called me to do yesterday, to deny the opportunity to have a conversation, that obviously ended up being very meaningful, according to the feedback that I'm receiving. And I'm like, wow, I just had to humble myself, right, to go ahead and answer questions, and not be combative about it or anything like that. Just share the truth in love. Um, so yeah, let's stay humble, y'all, in every aspect of life, even as you be exalted. I do believe, hey, this is a brand new season that I'm even recording this, right? And I may be walking into a new season of grace, mercy, and life, and all those different things, with the different things that are in place, and all those different things. But regardless, I have to stay humble, right? There may be some more things that I have to, even in this moment, I'm sitting here thinking of, some more situations that I might have to continue to humble myself even more. Situations that I feel like maybe I am being taken advantage of, or maybe I am being treated unfairly. But as I, right, stay humble before the Lord and continue to show grace and mercy that he shows me to all people, regardless of what they do to me, the Lord will exalt me, right? The Lord will avenge me and all those different things. Like, I don't have to worry about trying to avenge myself, and I think this is what the Lord desires of us, to lean and depend on him and to humble ourselves before him and allow him, trust him to handle the rest. And so I don't know, y'all, if you're listening to the sound of my voice today, I hope that I'm being an encouragement and inspiring you to humble yourself before the Lord, and then ultimately for others as well. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So James 4:10, it says, humble yourselves before the Lord and he will exalt you. I mean, I just said that, but okay. You know what I mean? Matthew 18:4 says, whoever humbles himself like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Obviously, we can go deeper with that and look at the verses and see all the context. But from my recollection, I believe that, basically, Jesus was giving the example of the little child that I guess the disciples tried to get away from Jesus. He's like, no, if all of us be like this little child here, Humble yourselves like a child before the Lord, right? Um, yeah, just in all things, y'all seeking the Lord, for the wisdom and coming when he says come, going when he says go, doing when he says do. We'll see ourselves exalted, right? And he says that we will be the greatest in the kingdom of heaven if we do this. So, I mean, y'all, there's plenty of verses to peruse and let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds, y'all. Y'all can reflect on those and at your leisure. But I'll leave you guys with one more verse outside of the Bible verse of the day. So technically 2 more verses. But anyway, this is the last verse in regards to the juice. It's Proverbs 11:2. It says, when pride comes, then comes disgrace. But with the humble is wisdom. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening. But before I let you go, because here, why am I setting things up? I just told y'all I got the Bible verse of the day to share. And that's Romans 12:12. It says, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. So there you guys go. That is the juice. Again, I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. Thank you so much for listening, watching, subscribing, sharing, all those wonderful things. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Just a reminder, today is Friday, so we have a new episode of the GSL Talk Show going out at 7 p.m. And it's your girl Sang is our guest tonight. And I hope that you all enjoy the conversation. So y'all have a great Friday. Yeah. Bye-bye. There you go. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, anybody listening to the sound of my voice. I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. I'm very excited, y'all, to say the least, in regards to what the Lord is doing. I'm thankful. I'm thankful to be in this place. I believe that the Lord has given me wisdom and whatnot to, I believe, make some good decisions and, like I said, be a good steward and things like that. And I don't know, y'all. It seems like this is the time that the Lord was showing me back in last year. Remember, I was like, y'all, I feel like things is happening and I need to get my mind ready for it. And lo and behold, here's the season. And on this day, which is ironic as well, brand new season, that, there's some silver linings, you know what I'm saying? There's some light at the end of the tunnel. There's, another journey to embark on, and we're going to see what the Lord do with me, for me, and through me, but with it as well. And as much as I feel like he wants me to share, I will do my best to share, because at the end of the day, again, I hope that it encourages and inspires the next person to trust the Lord with every aspect of your life. And yeah, I'm thankful. I am thankful. Tomorrow is my niece Pooh's birthday, y'all. So I'm excited about that as well. We're supposed to be going to medieval times, which I haven't been to a medieval times in a long time. The one that I went to was in Florida, and a friend of mine took me and her family and whatnot back then. And so we're going to the one that's up here in Atlanta. At first, I thought just me and my husband was going. Me and my son I was going to go, but my husband, let me know that he will be able to go as well yesterday. So we got his ticket as well. So I'm excited about that. My niece Pooh's birthday, family outing as well. Very excited. Looking forward to it. I'm thanking the Lord for the wisdom in this season, because, I think one of the things that, as I embark on this new journey and stuff, and I appreciate, right, the provisions in any aspect, right, that the Lord provides and stuff. And I told y'all that I was, on this journey of being a better steward, and I don't know if I'm afraid or whatever, but I'm trying not to, when I look at my past and I would think back on different times in my life where, man, I feel like I could have been a better steward. I could have done something more significant. I could have, whatever. And so I see wisdom now, you know what I mean? I see things being done in a way where it's like, okay, Miracle, you don't have to worry about being young Miracle. You've grown, you've matured, you putting me first. That's what the Lord is saying. And so, yeah, we wanted to make sure though, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because when you embark on, especially on new things, and because the Lord has so many, I just feel like I get so many different ideas and stuff like that, where it's like, what should I do? Which one should I do first? And I would love to do them all, but, just really trusting the Lord on what he wants me to do and stuff like that. And so I believe that, I appreciate the wisdom that the Lord is bestowing upon me and allowing me to really think things through and plan things out, to a certain extent, obviously, trusting him to do it, but also writing the vision and making it plain, and all that good stuff. And I've been able to, maybe I need to share more about this at some point, more details and stuff. So maybe I will do that. But until then, basically, I just wanted to just share that, really seek the Lord for all, things, fine. I guess maybe I'm feeling led to share this part. So it's tax season. Everybody knows tax season. And, as you get your taxes, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, especially if you're watching this at this point, I mean, this is for you, friend, whoever you are. If you've made it to this point, this is for you. Them taxes, seek the Lord about how to use them taxes. I know we get excited, you know what I'm saying? We be like, oh, we can go on vacation or whatever it is. And that's the beautiful thing. But then it's like, and I get it, because I'm all about experiences and whatnot as well. Like, I'm talking to my husband about it all the time. Like, I want us to create experiences. I want us to, to live in the midst of our work, you know what I mean? And being able to enjoy, like they say, I guess, the fruits of our labor and whatnot as well. So I'm all for that too. And so, hey, where you are in life, right? If you worked, 365 days. And so this will be your opportunity to finally get some rest. By all means, what the Lord wants you to do, or you need to seek the Lord about what he wants you to do with these provisions. And that's what I've been doing. I just put it like that. That's what I've been doing. And I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about, the different things that are on my heart and mind. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the Lord is going to do. But I hope that this encourages you and inspires you, friend, because, like a friend of mine told me, years ago, and it's been sticking with me, that, money comes and goes, but we need to look at it as a tool, right? And the Lord is blessing us with finances and whatnot to use to be a good steward in his kingdom. At the end of the day, it still needs to be, yes, do all the things, right? Take care of your household, whatever the case is. But, let's try to be good stewards over whatever the Lord gives us, whether it's finances, whatever it is. And so, in this tax season, I hope I can be a reminder of that today, because I'm guilty of being looking back at different moments and being like, man, I wish. And not necessarily tax moments, but there's one moment in particular in my past that I look back on and be like, man, if I had those funds, I could have did this, that, da, 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 and I feel like I did what I could at that time, or I did maybe what I was supposed to do at that time, to get to me where I am now, or where I am today. But still, when I look back, I feel like there's, now that I've been on this journey of the Lord showing me that, hey, there's plenty of ways to get money out here. You don't have to worry or fret, trust me more so than anything. Like, now that I've been on this journey of fully trusting the Lord with every aspect of my life, now I'm seeing that, obviously there's more that could have been done, right? Or, again, even the person I was coaching yesterday was talking about, how many books that I got published just in this season of, this pandemic 2020 situation. And I'm like, I know I see the fruit, but at the same time, I guess I'm just like, wow, still humbled by it all, because really it's a blessing. And so, just seek the Lord. That's all I'm trying to remind us all today. Just seek the Lord, ask the Lord how he wants you to use your provisions, and do that, y'all. do that, be humble and do that. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna let y'all go because I done sat here and talked to y'all a little extra and whatnot. So thank you so much for listening, watching, subscribing, sharing. And yes, I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow if the Lord's will. Bye.